We have given a number of khutbah here in this masjid in the last few weeks, the last few months, touching upon different subject matters. There are some masajid, when you go to that masjid, you'll find that your presence in the masjid or your absence from the masjid is one and the same, because the khutbah has nothing to do with the reality of your life. They may be speaking a language that you don't understand, like our children who are born and raised here. They don't speak the language where their mothers and their fathers come from. And you take them to one of those masjids that only speak the language of their parents. And they can't relate. So they wind up connecting with the wrong people, because things are not being done in that masjid to make sure that da'wah, Islam, and knowledge is going to that kid. So this is a masjid where I try to deal with the real issues that are on the table. I don't want to talk to people who are living in planet Earth, and I'm dealing with issues on Mars. Talking about issues about the people of Iraq, and we're right here in Leeds, UK. And sometimes there is a connection between this and that. But you know, we have to make our priorities. In those khutbah that we gave in the past, we talked about the importance of the amana. The amana. La takhunu Allah wa rasul wa takhunu amanatikum wa antum ta'lamun. We told you that the greatest amana is the amana of your Islam, taking care of it, doing what's needed to take care of your Islam. You have a responsibility. Your parents gave you Islam, and it's an amana. You have to take care of it. Part of the amana is taking care of this religion, the deen. That's why I gave that khutbah. I talked about different things about the amana. Allah presented the amana to the heavens and the earth and the mountains. Take responsibility for the amana. All of them said no. What's the amana? The amana of the deen, the sharia of Islam. But we took responsibility for it. What I was talking about on that khutbah, for the most part, was the amana of the masjid. That is on the aktaf of everybody here. The responsibility of this masjid. We talked about the hadith in Bukhari and Muslim. A story from the people who went before. Came from the Yambur of Al-Islam. Not some hocus pocus kalam we took out of some book of these kuffar and the khurafat that they believe in. It's from Bukhari and Muslim. The hadith of the Aqra, the bald man and the blind man and the leper. We didn't tell you that hadith so you could just get lost in the story. Oh wow, the story. We told you that hadith to let you know that just like those three people, you're those people. And just like the angel that came to them after Allah gave them the ni'mah of what He gave them, more money, better situation. And the angel came and said, give to the masjid, give to Islam, give to the muhtajeen, give from what Allah gave you. Each and every one of them said, no, burrithtu, I got this, kabir and kabir. And they didn't want to give. That's what that hadith was about. I'm not an angel, but I came to you saying, give from what Allah has given you. Now some people understood the ishara, and labib, bil ishara, yafham. That's how. Some people, they just saw the story. I'm here to tell you now, without a hadith of the Maldeen, without an ayat of the Quran, although the khairul kalam is the kalam of Allah, and the khairul hadi is the hadi of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I'm here to tell you straight, clearly, each and every one of you. This masjid is your responsibility. I can't make it any plainer than that. It's everybody's responsibility. This masjid is from the sha'air of al-Islam. It's from the wajibat that are on your shoulders. You're here doing a farida from the fara'id of al-Islam. Now some people purchased this place. They helped from the Muslims, alhamdulillah. We own it. We own it. But it's not fair. It is not fair, I'm here to say. And I'm new. It is not fair for the same people to be responsible for what it takes to take care of this masjid. It's not fair. You have to feel a level of responsibility. You have to feel a level of responsibility financially in this masjid. I've been giving a khutbah here a number of times. And if you're sitting there with fairness and justice, my door is open to come and give me advice. I did it wrong. I said something wrong, khata, whatever. I'm going to come on the minbar and make it right. But you've been sitting there. You can see how I think. I'm not from the mutashaddideen, inshallah. Al-shidda fi ghayr mahalliha. I'm not from those people. I know the qawa'id of al-Islam and the maqasid of this deen. La yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah doesn't burden anyone here beyond their ability and their scope. I'm not asking you to give all that money that you have. In the hadith of the Aqra, the bald man, the blind man, and the leper, each one of them said, Al-huquq kathira. I have a lot of responsibilities, man. I, Abu Usamah, have a lot of responsibilities. I'm living here in Leeds, and my family is in Birmingham. I have to pay rent. I have to pay school. I have to pay petrol. I have to council tax. I have to. Al-huquq kathira. We're not telling you to give all your money. We're saying you come here every week. And I'm not begging you. I'm saying you come here every week. This is the masjid of Allah. And by default, it's all of your masjid. And therefore, it's your responsibility. And I'm here to say, it's not fair for the same people to be responsible. I've told you in this khutbah, in this masjid, many times, I'm not with any of these jama'at of al-Islam, alhamdulillah. I want the kitab of Allah, the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the way those companions understood this religion. That's all I want. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali, Ridwanullah alayhi. I mentioned that a million times here. And I say it again, without biting my tongue for no one. That's my deen. But you know those people I just mentioned, many of us think Abu Bakr, and Umar, and Uthman, and Ali, may Allah be pleased with them. They're just stories. Qasas of the Maldeen, people in the past. No, those people are our religion. Every community needs an Abu Bakr and an Uthman ibn Affan and an Abdul Rahman ibn Auf and an Abu Talha al-Ansari, those rich companions who, when it was time to take care of the masjid and the community and what the people needed, they came forward and they paid. We have people similar to that in our masjid, alhamdulillah, who give money, but I'm telling you, it's not fair that it's always on them. From those companions also were poor people who lived in the masjid, like Bilal ibn Rabah. He didn't have money to give, and yet he made the adhan. Because you have to get in where you fit in. I told you from this masjid, I told you here. Maybe you don't have money. But do you think that that's all I'm asking you for? That's all the masjid needs is your money? This masjid needs your expertise. This masjid needs your advice. This masjid needs your dua, your support. This masjid needs your children. What kind of understanding, tasawwur of al-Islam that we have, where the religion is like the Yahud and the Nasara. Open up the Kanisa on Sunday and then close it, and that's it. It's not our deen. While you don't come on the other days of the week, there are children learning here. Electricity, water, people teaching them. When you don't come, the people are feeding people here. So the companions of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, radiyallahu anhum ajma'in, they're not just stories. They are examples for you. You want to be a real Muslim? Then you have to look at them as the example, not just a story. You have to look at them. Their understanding of the deen is the correct one. Their application of the deen is the correct one. What they didn't understand, what they didn't do, is not the deen. So Allah told us about them. إِنَّ اللَّهَ اشْتَرَى مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ أَنفُسَهُمْ وَأَمْوَالَهُمْ بِأَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةَ. Allah purchased for them a contract. You become a Muslim, you have a contract with Allah. I'm a new Muslim. I have a contract with Allah. Not, I'm just going to pray and fast. That's part of the contract. But part of the contract, Ya Abdullah, is you're responsible for giving this deen to other people. You're responsible for maintaining and protecting this deen. You got to get in where you fit in. What's this stuff about the Muslim is the one who is me, myself, and I? Okay, you can do that. Just worship Allah in some zawiyah. by yourself in some corner. But the religion needs more than that. The religion, the lady came and she was intelligent. Not like the lady came, Ya Rasulullah, what should I do if I come and I don't find you? You're not here. What should I do if you're dead, if you're gone? Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. She had the aqidah. No one lives forever. No one lives forever. The Prophet told us, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, iqtadi billadhayni min ba'di, Abi Bakr wa Umar. Follow the two who come after me, Abu Bakr and Umar. They're your religion. What's the life of Abu Bakr? What's the life of Umar? Strength and strength. Nafaqa, jihad. Hikmah. The sunnah, al-izzah, al-rujula, al-furusiyah. Not being apologetic. Everybody has to get in. He told this community, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnati al-khulafa al-rashidin al-mahdiyyin min ba'di abdu alayha bin nawajib. You Muslims, take my sunnah and the sunnah of those companions. Hold on to it with your molars. That's the religion. Now listen. There were some people during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were munafiqun. They were hypocrites. The munafiq is the one who says with his tongue, but it's not in his heart. I believe in Islam. I love Islam. I love Rasulullah. So they were tried with many ayat, many ahadith, many mawaqif, tarikhiyya, many. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبُكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذَنُوبَكُمْ. We love Allah. We love Rasulullah. Okay. The ayah said, if you truly love Allah, then follow me. Follow me. Follow my sunnah. Follow my way. You don't learn my way. You claim you love him with the shortcut of the mawlid, the shortcut of innovation. You love him, but you don't follow the basics of the religion. We don't make him a hakim over our ara and masha'ir and taqa'aleed and a'adat. So a lot of that stuff happened. The munafiqun. I'm not saying anyone here is a munafiq. bi'ayni. I'm not saying that. But Allah made tawbih of those people. And He made tahleer. He warned the Muslims from the Bedouins who became Muslims, but their companions. Radiyallahu anhum. Anybody who's a companion is better than anyone else in the whole world. Any companion. And a'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim, the people who curse the companions. Anyone who has anything in his heart about any of those companions. But Allah made tahleer. Don't be of those people who say you believe. Ayat. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا فأقلتم إلى الأرض أرضيتم بالحياة الدنيا من الآخرة فما متاع الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا قليل إلا تنفروا يعذبكم عذابا أليما ويستبدل قوم غيركم ولا تضروه شيئا. The istibdal is the turkeys right here. You're supposed to go out and give dawah, protect the deen, defend the deen. Everybody here, it's your responsibility. Billati ahsan, what you have the ability to do. Another ayat of the Quran, not just one. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, man yartadda minkum min dinihi fasawfa ya'ti Allah biqawmin yuhibbuhum wa yuhibbunahu adhillatin 'ala al-mu'minin 'izzatan 'ala al-kafirin. Istibdal. Now listen, I don't claim I'm better than anyone, but I want to bring your attention to something. I don't claim I'm better than any of you. Allah knows best, who's the best. I'm an African American revert Muslim. Some people look down on me in America. The police arrest me, they do something to me because of my color. Amongst Muslims, my people, my color, people look down. And the reality is, I come from Africa, they stole my ancestors from their land, from their relatives, from their religion, from their language, their culture, and took us to America. So African Americans have a lot of problems. Islam is the dawa, it's the help. But this is the point. All of that is true. But here I am, I'm on the minbar in this masjid. Some of you are from the blessed place of the Khalij, Mecca and Medina. أليس من باب أولى أنت تكون الخطيب, because you're an Arab. Many of you were born and raised in Islam. You come from Sudan, you come from Somalia, you come from Libya, you come from Pakistan. You were born and raised in Islam. I'm a revert. Some of you, when I give the khutbah, you may not like this, you may not like that. Always free come to talk to me. But the point is, if you could do better, you were born and raised in Islam. Shouldn't you be up here? Shouldn't you be up here after you were born and raised in Islam? No, I said, alhamdulillah, Allah chose me. I accepted Islam. The point is, if you don't take care of the religion, Allah is going to bring those people who will take care of this religion. They're not afraid to give da'wah. They're not afraid. So today, just today, by the Lord of the Kaaba, there's a brother here who accepted Islam today at 1:15. Today, 2 young Iraqi brothers brought him here. Yasir, Yassarullah, and his brother Yusuf brought him here. And this is his first khutbah to Jummah, and this is his message. Allah knows best. That boy, that kid, he may be the one who's going to turn it. I don't know. But I'm going to tell him, you got to get in where you fit in, son. Learn your religion, be easy, little by little, slow as you go, as I advised him. You have to help Islam, just not sit here. You have a responsibility. That kid looks at us, he gets a nice idea of what brotherhood is. He gets a nice idea of what a community is. Will he get that? Because after the khutbah, everybody goes. I don't have a problem with that. But do you go before making yourself responsible for this masjid? Qabl and ajlis, inshallah. Some of you may sit there and say, Ya Abu Usamah, Aib. You come into the community and asking with this saraha. That may be an Aib where you come from, in the Khalij or wherever you come from, where the hukuma tatakaffal for the masjid. That's your urf, and barakallahu fikum. But here, in America, in Europe, in France, they're closing down masjids. And this masjid could close, and it may close, if you don't take responsibility for it, financially. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ونسأل الله تعالى التوفيق والسداد. الحمد لله حمد كثير وطيبا مبارك فيه وصلوات الله والسلام على نبينا الأمين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وعلى من تمسك بسنته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Brothers in Islam, the bald-headed man, the leopard, the problems that they had at the beginning, and then later on Allah gave them a lot of ni'mah. With their many problems that they had, they still had a lot of ni'mah. They still had it. But they didn't want to give. The Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to this community, ما أخشى عليكم الفقر ولكني أخشى عليكم أن تفتح عليكم الدنيا فتنافسوها كما تنافسوا الذين من قبلكم فتهلككم كما أهلكتهم. I am not afraid that you people are going to be impoverished. I don't have a lot of money. I don't know about you. I'm not afraid that you don't have a lot of money. How much is in your vocabulary? You have to worry about how much. I'm not afraid. Al-faqr. I'm not afraid for that. Because if you have faqr, you turn to Allah, you'll be focused. You go to Jannah 500 years before the people have money. I'm not afraid of poverty, but what I'm afraid for this ummah, is that the dunya is open to you and you get it. and then you chase after it, like the ones who went before you chased it after, the Yahud and the Nasara. And it will destroy you the way it destroyed them. Made them negligent about the religion. So I'm saying to you here, and I'm finished inshallah, when you leave this masjid, try to contact the brothers down at the door, make it your responsibility. What we need is your consistent and persistent support. Consistent and persistent. So there's a way where you could do this direct debit thing. I don't want to get all into that. From the member, I just want to make a tanbih and a tadhkir to all of you. You're responsible for this religion. That's the point. May Allah Azza wa Jalla help us take care of this amana of taking our religion, moving forward. And may Ta'ala open up our hearts and our minds to give freely from what He has given us. And may He not make us of those people who resemble those who are hypocrites who say what they do, that which they don't believe. أقم الصلاة يرحمكم الله.
استووا اعتدلوا استووا الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.